Now let's come back to this animal called financial accounting. I know, there are a number of us here who don't like accounting at all. True or yes? If you agree with me, raise your hand. Some people are raising their two hands. Yeah is number one. Yes. But please, financial accounting is a very interesting subject. Very, very interesting subject. And coming to a program like this, there's no way you can dodge. There is no way you can run away. So we are trying to make sure that we make it simple, easy, friendly for all of us to be able to appreciate why it's important for us to know and to learn about what? Financial accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, financial accounting is so important for us as managers or managers to be. Why? Because the moment you get this MBA certificate and you have applied for promotion, as Haja is saying, and then you pass promotion exams, and then you are being promoted. You say, oh, you are a director, you are a manager, and so on. My friend, you will be managing funds. You'll be managing what? Funds. If you don't know how to manage the funds, you will be a disgrace to yourself, your family, and to your institution. This kind of financial accounting we do at the MBA level, it is not punching and punching and punching. So don't fear financial accounting at this stage at all. It's all about what? Making strategic decisions at a managerial level with the knowledge of what? Accounting. So that you will not be a disgrace to yourself. And that is the bottom line of studying what? Financial accounting. A case happened recently. A whole vice chancellor of one of the public universities was called to the public accounts committee. And he said, oh, Mr. Vice Chancellor, oh, Professor Vice Chancellor, this and this and this happened. Oh, Professor. And for me, I have always been advocating that before anybody mount up an administrative position, particularly, tell me what, a VC in the university, the person must do MBA and learn and know something about accounting. And the whole professor, they asked him at the public accounts committee, Professor, why this financial infraction? You know what he said? He said, oh, Honorable Chair, my accountant did not advise me. A whole professor. He messed up. He was there with what? The finance director. When they asked him about the financial infraction, he said what? My accountant did not what? Advise me. Accountants, are you there? Good. And so some of these, our professors with big names and so on, you know, to be promoted to become a professor, all you need to do is to write. If you know how to write and you know how to speak very well, you become a professor. When it comes to administration, it's good to say some of our professors, zero. So some of us are be agitating that they should go and do some of these programs, Masters of Business Administration, so that you know how to manage businesses, you know how to manage an organization. And some of us have been doing when you are called to the public accounts committee. Must I come and answer for this? Then you say, oh, accountant, what did I go and say? It is because we have committed the crime already. We don't know anything about accounting. You are there as a director. The accountant wants, you know, for a real accountant, we like stealing. Do you know that? Accountants are thieves. Are you aware? Yes. When accountants want to steal, and you know that for you, the director, you know nothing about accounting. You don't do the thing and come to you and say, director, sign. And because you two don't know anything about accounting, you just say, accountant, what should I sign? You say, sign. Then you sign. Accountant will just be laughing and go to the bank. You go and take big sums of money. It happens a lot. When cash money, 100,000, then you put about 80, 90 into his pocket and come and give you some 2,000. Then you are happy. Accountant is good. Oh, this accountant is good. What he has made out of that particular contract, you have no idea. But if you know what accountants do, he brings the PD, he brings the document, he brings the invoices, and so on. And you know what they do. You can go through and say, accountant, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? At the end of the day, you are saving yourself. But if you don't do that, the day you will sink, you will just sink alone. You just sink alone. So please, nobody should fear financial accounting at all. At this our level, all we want you to know is to understand the work of accountants. That is all. Is to understand the work of accountants. Because tomorrow you are going to be directors and managers. And when you become a director and a manager, and your accountant or your finance officer comes to you with a document, you can be able to interrogate the document. And say, why is this attachment not on this particular PD? We learn all these things. Accountant, where is the receipt? Accountant, where are the invoices? If you don't know the difference between a pro forma invoice and an ordinary invoice, then you'll be confused. So whatever they bring to you, all you're interested in is signing. And that is how some of us will sign our warrant. At the end of the day, you even go on retirement. Then they'll call you and say, come and answer. Like what is happening to one of the directors currently. He's on retirement. Public Accounts Committee. They are meeting in Accra. They have called him to come and answer. He said it was during your regime. And per the Public Financial Administration law, you have to come back and answer. What government says that you are old enough, you are 60 years, go home and die. And once you are preparing to die, they say before you die, come and answer this one. Instead of you to rest. So please, I beg your pardon. Financial accounting is very interesting. When you understand the work of accountant, you'll be able to work with them very easily. Recently, just one particular director in this our world, in this our institution, that's why I've been calling for them to go for a training like this. In this our institution, one of the departments, he was quiet. Why? Because of financial issues. And if I tell you, very basic, fundamental financial issue, you expect that even you at your level, you will not make that mistake. But because he just jumped up, he said, oh, he's a professor. Let's put him there. And he's managing funds. He doesn't know what accountants do, and so on. The accounting process, he knows nothing about that. And this is how a professor asks in this our institution. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we are saying is that accounting is good for everybody. There's no way you mount up to a senior management position without managing funds, whether it's procurement, HR, accounting, or IT, or whatever. There's no way you become a director, you become a manager, a finance person, without managing what? Funds. So you need to know what the funds managers do, so that when they come to you with their document, or you are having what? A general management meeting, and people are making contribution, manager from HR is making contribution, or there's a particular issue on finance, and they want contributions. You too, you can say some, because you too, you know something about accounting. You know something about accounting. So please, as we go on, we'll see more of the essence of the course, so that we'll be able to appreciate it more and more. Yes, so these are the issues that we'll be looking at. But time will fail us to go through all these things for today. So we will just introduce ourselves to some of the basic issues, basic or fundamental, foundational concepts in accounting. And then when we meet subsequently in our next meeting, that's next week, Saturday, we will zoom into the real issues of accounting. Are we okay? So please, all I'm saying is that let not your heart be troubled. What am I saying, my dear? Let not your heart be troubled at all, because accounting, no. And this course is not for failure. It's not determined, it's not designed to fail anybody. In fact, if you fail, I will punish you. It's not to fail anybody at all. So forget about failure. What am I saying? Forget about failure. Everybody will pass. Are we okay? Oh, you don't agree with me, or you don't believe you will pass? Whether it is IT that you are doing, it is HR, it is procurement, public administration, or whatsoever it is, all we want you to know is to understand the nature and the structure of accounting, so that when you go back to your organization, you can become better at the management of all funds and so on. That is all. We are not here to fail anybody. No, that is not it. So relax. Are you okay? Everybody relax. Everybody will pass. Only that some people will get better marks than what? Than others. Why? Because in this life, some are serious and some too are not serious. If you are serious for A+, me, I don't. It's not a difficult thing at all for me if you score 100%. And you know something about accounting? Is 1 + 1 is what? 1 + 1 is what? Very objective. 1 + 1 is 2. It's not a subjective course. That is, oh, no. So if you are supposed to prepare financial statement, and you prepare the financial statement and it's balanced, and they say it's 25 marks, I can't give you what? 20 marks. When you have balanced the thing, give you everything. So if you end the 25 marks, if you end A+, why? Why should I say no? This person cannot get A+. No. You deserve it. You earn it. So let's give it to you. Are you okay? So for those who are serious and you are thinking of academic progression, as Senior said, academic progression, and you want to do your PhD and so on, then you need to get a better mark or better result at this MBA level before you progress academically. So you just have to be serious. And at the end of the day, you see that everything will be fine with you. Are you okay? So all I'm saying is that relax. It is not designed to fail anybody. It is for you to acquire knowledge so that you can become better at your finances. So look at the meaning and definition of accounting, the features of accounting, functions of accounting, objects of accounting, importance of accounting, uses of accounting, uses and users of financial accounting information, the scope of and the interrelationship between financial costs and then what? Management accounting and so on and so forth. So these are some of the issues that we'll be playing with at the introductory stage. Are we okay? Good. Hey. Senior, what's happening? Am I using this or that one? Okay. Good. So at a very fundamental and basic level, when we say accounting, what do we mean, ladies and gentlemen? We are saying that accounting is a language of what? Business. In other words, accounting is a business language. And if you want to communicate well in the business world, in the corporate world, then you need to learn the language of what? Accounting. You need to learn the language of accounting. You want to become a better manager, better director, then you need to learn the language of what? Accounting. You want to go to China and go and learn in China, you need to learn the language well, so that when you go there, you can communicate better. Is it? I want to be in Tamale. If I don't know the language of the people in Tamale, can I be able to communicate well? Hello, are you with me? Are you getting the whole argument? That's what we are saying. You want to be a director and be managing funds, and you must understand the language word of accountants. That's what we are saying. Accountants always communicate their information to interested users, parties, and so on. So before you can understand your accountant, before you can understand what they do, you need to learn their language. You need to learn the accountant their language. So when accountants say, this is our balance sheet, you know what balance sheet is. And so you can interrogate. Oh, this is our cash flow. As a director, you need to know the language, cash flow. This is the budget. Oh, director, this is the budget. You, the director, do you understand what it means by budget? When accountants say budget, do you understand? So it is this particular program that will expose you in an exposure into what accountants mean when they say, well, this is a budget, this is an asset, this is a non-current asset, this is what? A current asset, this is a liability, this is a statement of what? Financial position. They mention all these things. You say, oh, I know, accountant, this is what is it. When they are communicating, you'll be able to understand them. That's why we say it's a language of business. So those of us who are aiming higher to be promoted in our respective institutions, so that you become a director or so, director of this, and so on. When you become a director and you meet and you are discussing about accounting things, you understand their language. That's what we are saying. The accounting is a language of business. So you must understand them. You must understand accountant. So they communicate the result of operation and the financial position of a business to the various stakeholders. So if you understand, then you can be able to make informed what? Decisions. But if you don't, the accountant brings you a budget, you don't understand the budget, how can you make decisions? Accountant brings you the cash flow statement, and you don't understand the cash flow statement, how can you make decisions? Because at that strategic managerial level, it is important for you to make decisions, particularly decisions regarding what? Financial management. If you don't understand their language, you cannot be able to make what? Informed what? Decision. So it's critical, very, very, very important for us to understand their language, so that we can also contribute meaningfully when it comes to what? Making decisions and so on, as far as financial issues are concerned. Okay. Good. So accounting, we are told, is a process of, number one, identifying, recording. Don't worry, we'll share the slides with you. Are you okay? So relax, we'll share the slides with you. A process of identifying, and we'll also share with you the course outline. All will be on the, what do you call it? The platform. Are you okay? The course outline and also the slides. We'll push all of them onto the platform so that we all have access to it. A lot of the issues in the course outline have been discussed during particularly the assessment. have been discussed during the orientation. That's why I didn't want to waste so much time. But we'll put it on the platform so that if you have any issue, you can raise it and then we'll be able to address it. Are you okay? Perfect. We are saying that accounting is a process of number one, identifying, number two, recording, summarizing, and reporting economic information to what? Decision makers in the form of what? Financial statement. So it's a process. You start from one point and it ends at another point. Number one, you have to identify. When you identify a transaction or you identify an event, particularly economic event, then what do? You do recording, and then when it comes to after recording, you summarize, and then you report the information to what? Decision makers. Decision makers are the stakeholders. We'll look at all of them, stakeholders. So that when they get the information, they'll be able to use it to make what? Informed decision. And some of us here are also what? Decision maker or stakeholders in the financial information. The nature of accounting is said that the accounting system is a series of steps, as we are saying. It's a process, series of steps performed to number one, you analyze, you record, you quantify, accumulate. We'll look at each of these terms one by one. Summarize, classify, report, and interpret economic events and their effect on the organization, and to prepare what? The financial statement. That is the process, the step, the system involved. It is not at one point. So you need to understand the entire accounting process as a director. When you understand, it becomes very easy for you. When accountants or your finance officers bring documents to you to go through or to append your signature on it. Hey. Prof, 5 minutes. My professor says he's giving us, we have not even started. So some of us, we have been teaching for so long, so hey. Okay, let's see. 5 minutes, Good. So this is the technical definition of what? Of accounting. At this stage, we don't want to bore you or worry you so much about some of these definitions and so on. Are you okay? But you need to understand them. That is all. Because in the exams, nobody will ask you to define accounting. We're just going to come out with some accounting report for you to analyze. As a strategic manager or a director. When you are analyzing financial statements, what do you need to do? We'll look at that. But then it's important we'll look at some of these bases. We are saying that technically, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICPA, define accounting as an art. When we say an art, what does it mean? Accounting as an art. It means what? Yes, I've been talking all this while. Yes, an art means what? You say accounting is an art. Yes. Thank you. It's a process. An art. Yes, it's a process. That's one. It's also an event. Good. Yes. Accounting is an event. It's a process. An art. Art. Yes. Yes, senior. It's a skill. Yes. Thank you for that one. It's a skill. Come again. Practical. Yes. Practical. Process. I like that. Yes. It's also a field. Good. It's also a profession. Confession. So when we say accounting is an art of what? Recording. You know what the artisans do? the artisans, you know what they do? We say that artisans, fundamentally, they are what? Creative. Hello? If you are not creative, you cannot be a better artisan. Are you okay? The same way also, when it comes to accounting, accounting demands some level of what? Creativity and innovation. Are you okay? Creativity and what? Innovation. You need to be creative. You need to think beyond the box. Thinking what? Beyond the box. All we are saying is that even though accounting is like mathematics, 1 + 1 is equal to 2, you can reason beyond that, that it can also be equal to 3. And under what circumstance or situation or scenario can 1 + 1 be equal to what? 3. So in that instance, we are seeing that you are becoming more innovative, you are becoming creative, or you are thinking beyond what? The box. That's how accounting is. And that is how most accountants who are creative, they create, they loot, and what? They share. Are you okay? Yes. When I was in the public sector, I was also part of the thieves. We create, we loot, and then what? We share. And at the end of the week, the accountant, we take the lion's part of the things we create and we loot. And then the directors, we only give them small. And the small you didn't give to them, particularly, I remember one medical soup, they gave him 2,000 about some 2 or 3 years ago. When he came in newly, 2,000. It doesn't look. The guy has gotten over 30,000, he's giving you 2,000, and you are saying, oh, praise them. He's just laughing at you and say, oh, this is ignorant. All right, so we are seeing that accounting is an act of what? Recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner, and in the terms of money transaction and events, which are in part, at least, of a financial character. And then what? Interpreting result there. That is the definition given by what? American Institute of Certified. That's the definition. All we are saying is that it's an act that involves all these process with the goal, with the aim, with the purpose of what? Giving information to interested parties so that when they get the information, they can interpret the information and then use it for what? Making decisions and so on. The process of identifying all these this is also another definition given by American Accounting Association. Good. All right.